This reading is from the Indigenous Rhythm Circle. We are mirrors of each other. Bear does not ask bird why it is small, and bird does not fear bear for being large. They simply look in a wordless moment and understand life need not match to live in harmony. Bear carries the earth, bird carries the wind, yet both hear the moon whispering in their blood. No one dominates, no one bows, only presence and a reverence for one another, like two ancient spirits who remember where they came from. We humans have forgotten how to see this, forgotten how to listen with the heart. But nature remembers, and today, bear and hummingbird remind us.
Our next reading is by Tyler Crazybear, and it is excerpts from a speech at the October No Kings rally in Colorado this year. Organizers invited Tyler Crazybear to give a land acknowledgement. He declined and spoke these words instead. I was initially to give a land acknowledgement today. That infers I use polite words about the theft of land and the loss of life of my ancestors, to name tribes, to give a moment of silence before the show goes on. Land acknowledgements have become hollow gestures, rituals of comfort, a way to feel righteous without surrendering power, without giving land back, without changing anything. Words without action are not respect. They are permission for the injustice to continue. So let me speak the truth, says Tyler Crazybear. Denver sits on unceded land. Colorado is home to at least 51 tribes with historic and legal standing. Denver was one of the 7 cities chosen for the Indian land relocation program of the 50s and 60s, a federal experiment to erase us, to push Native people off our homelands and scatter us into cities like this one. Yet when we are invited to the table, we are asked to only acknowledge the land. We already do. Every day. My people's bones are in this soil. Our songs are in the wind. Our memories are in the rivers. I don't need a scripted moment to remember that. I live it. It's in my DNA, says Tyler Crazybear. The land doesn't need acknowledgement. It needs restoration. It needs protection. When people come to these protests shouting about dystopia, about the fear of what could happen, about losing control of your body, your freedom, or your voice, those terrible things people are afraid might happen, they already happened to us. The dystopia you imagine, we lived it. The genocide you fear, we are surviving it. The apocalypse you dread, it already happened to my ancestors. If you want to fight tyranny, learn from the people who have endured it for centuries. Violence against this land is violence against the people. When you poison the rivers, you poison us. When you strip the mountains, you desecrate our ancestors. When you destroy the forests, you silence our medicine. This is not metaphor. The land is our relative, and it is dying. We never had kings. We had councils and clan mothers. We had accountability. We had wisdom. We governed through consensus, not domination. The Haudenosaunee Great Law of Peace gave this country its model for democracy. But when you borrowed it from us, the government left out the most important parts. Women in leadership, the duty to care for the earth, the obligation to consider how our choices today would affect 7 generations. I'm worried about the perception that America was founded on greatness and that there is a period to which we should return. Let me be clear, Tyler Crazybear says. We need a vision of newness, because at no point has America ever been great for everyone. The Declaration of Independence says all men are created equal, and in the same breath calls my people merciless Indian savages. Those words are still written there. That stain has never been erased. We are here at No Kings because we are done pretending this system works. We are done watching the same kind of people hoard power while others struggle to survive. We know what we don't want. We don't want kings. We don't want rulers. We don't want systems that destroy the planet and ask us to say thank you. But we can't stop there. We need vision. We need creation. So here is what I demand, says Tyler Crazybear, and expect from every person who says they want change. First, return the land where possible and co-manage what cannot be returned. Second, stop granting permits to projects that destroy water, soil, and air, especially when Indigenous people object. Third, stop criminalizing survival and put money into housing, community health, and substance abuse treatment. Fourth, fund reparations and buyback programs that put resources back where they were stolen. Fifth, insist on honest history in classrooms and expunge the lies that make genocide digestible. What we need is courage. We need truth. We need people who are ready to do more than just clap for justice. We need people willing to fight for it. So ends the words by Tyler Crazybear. With a little research, I learned in October of this year, the Franciscan Sisters of Wisconsin transferred their property to the Chippewa of Lake Superior, original caretakers of the land, in an act of repair for colonization and residential boarding schools. In 2025, California announced a $100 million program to support the return of ancestral lands to tribal stewardship and to fund projects on those lands. So far, 40,000 acres were returned to the Yurok tribe. 17,000 acres were returned to the Tule River tribe, and 2,800 acres to the Shasta Indian Nation. May we learn to live in right relationship with Indigenous peoples. May we learn to live in balance and walk softly upon the earth. And may we have the courage to manifest a new vision. May it be so.